Good day. Welcome to Endurance Room. Hope you're doing well. Today, I thought we could take a quick look at my Alice pack. I've recently been doing some work to it and modernizing it somewhat. And I thought I'd just run you through what I've got going on here. So to start off, this was an old school LC1 that was bone stock when I got it. Pretty good shape. The lid was a little bit frayed underneath, but other than that, it was really solid. I've never really had to do any repairs to it. It's always held up, it carried everything that I needed, and I've lived out of this bag. I've had it halfway around the world. It never let me down. But lately I've been doing a couple of additions, some modifications, making it more like a MALICE pack or a modern Alice inspired by the tactical tailor design. It just makes getting in and out of it a little more efficient, especially for things that you might need a little more often or more imperatively out on the trail if the weather starts to turn. So the first thing that I did to the bag was add in a paracord grab handle. Pretty standard, but it's a must-have. Then I added some newer, thicker shoulder straps. These are like the last gen of the Alice shoulder straps. It gives you a sternum strap. You still have quick release on both sides. Nice sliding metal buckles. MOLLE 2 hip belt, kidney belt. Wider, more padded, more comfort. It also gives you space for adding in, canteens or an admin pouch or a dump pouch for quick items out on the trail. From there, I added Fastex buckles on the main pack straps. That just makes getting in and out of it that much easier. And that's where it stood for a long time. Then I took the 3 mag pouches that were up here and opened them up into one large compartment. Then it basically sat in storage for like 3 years. I like that mod, but the pocket, it wasn't my best work. So, I got a bunch of newer packs over the last couple of years, like some modern European packs, internal frames, a little bit larger capacity, bigger shoulder straps, hip belts, whatnot. And I really like those packs, but that internal frame, it doesn't really compare in comfort to the external frame, because this gives you space between your back and the pack. And as the loads get larger and larger, that's really, really nice to have. And in hot weather, that is awesome. So, recently I picked this bag back up out of storage and I modified it. I had a second LC1 laying around and I sliced off these bottom pockets, shortened them up by about 1 inch, and then just reattached them directly on top of the main 3. The same time that I did that, I added in Nexus buckles or Fastex buckles from an old patrol pack, an ACU patrol pack. That's where I sourced all the gray buckles. And then, just stitched on these pockets with a speedy stitch, which is like a wooden awl. It's a really great tool. You should definitely have one or something similar in your kit. It makes a really good, strong connection, really nice heavy duty wax thread. And you can basically customize your gear with those for leather work, for, heavy fabrics, webbing. It's a must. The only other thing that I've done recently is add in a compression strap, and it's buckled into the frame. It runs around underneath the main pack straps, under the buckles of the lids, and then has a quick release on the other side, and then buckled into the frame. So this lets you really cinch down your load, keeping the pockets from shifting around. It makes carrying significantly better. It really tightens up a bulky, unwieldy load, brings the load into your spine, and just makes moving around out in the woods so much better. There's a number of ways to do this. You can use paracord with just a jam knot and crank it down and tighten it up. 2-quart canteen, any kind of shoulder strap, you can rig that up and tighten down your Alice packs, both the medium and the large. So if you've never experimented with that, definitely recommend it. But the only other thing is up here at the top, I've got my Savota Hatka, a 12-liter day pack. And right now I've just got my bug net in there. I've got a couple ideas in mind where I'm thinking about modifying the pack straps and changing it so they buckle into the top of the lid. So rather than clip in here and have to crank up, you'll be able to clip in at the lid and pull down, which is going to be a little bit more convenient. The only thing about that is it's going to take away Alice's ability to strap in, you know, stuff like the Hatka at the top. So I'm thinking about the design, maybe adding in some D-rings. So if I want top carrying, you know, capacity, I'll have that. But then I'm also thinking of adding in some Fastex just to clip in the Hatka on top of the lid, so I can just clip it on and off. Well, there you have it, guys. This is my large Alice as it stands. If you're wondering what I got in here, I've got, you know, rain gear, my tarp, my canteen and canteen cup. Over here I've got water filters for replenishing my canteen and my canteen cup. I've got fire, saw, cordage, a light, as well as gloves and some binoculars over here. Then up in the lid I've got navigation. Then in the Hatka I've got my bug net, and then on the inside I've got, you know, my sleep stuff, basic sustainment, some extra clothes, puffy jacket, rain jacket, you know, things of the sort. But this is my large Alice as it stands. I've got a couple of mods in mind that I want to, you know, maybe add in, but right now I'm pretty happy with it, and it's carrying and working out pretty well even in this woods. I was really curious how it would perform in the trees because it's really dense here, but I haven't been getting hung up. So hope you guys are good. If you got any questions about this, just let me know. I'll try and help. If you've done anything cool with your Alice, let me know. All right, everybody. Cheers.